Let's queer up gay culture. Martina Navratilova attacks LGBT History Month post that features a drag queen makes transphobic statements.
Patty, I am so excited to be here with you at Stonewall, the National Monument with these beautiful flags behind us. Tell me in your own words why places like this, like Stonewall, are so important to telling America's story.
It's a great question. I think it's because queer rights are more under attack than ever. And I think if we don't acknowledge the past, we're bound to repeat it. So, at a place like Stonewall, this beautiful place, it's a place where so much discrimination and hatred occurred against the queer community, but it's also a place where resistance and queer joy and queer liberation happened. And I think that that is worth celebrating and commemorating. And so I think that we need to not ignore hate as it exists today. I think we need to acknowledge it because it's not just our past, it's our present. And we need to work together to build a more equitable and just future. And that's on that.
Former tennis star Martina Navratilova caused a racket over a seemingly simple tribute to LGBTQ+ History Month this week. The legendary athlete and out lesbian slammed Interior Secretary Deb Haaland for including a drag queen in a video celebrating LGBTQ+ Americans' place in the nation's history, calling the performer a pathetic parody of women. In the video, Haaland and drag queen Patty Gonia talk outside New York's Stonewall National Monument, the site of the 1969 clash between gay men, drag queens, and police, which marked the start of the modern fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Navratilova seemed incensed by Gonia's appearance, despite drag's undeniable role in the LGBTQ+ movement. The tennis veteran responded to the video saying, quote, "The pathetic parody of women continues," end quote. One reply to the comment tries to remind Navratilova that the drag queen is, in fact, a parody and not a transgender woman, and the athlete was swerving into intentionally transphobic territory. While Navratilova was hailed as an LGBTQ+ trailblazer after coming out in 1981, she has been a vocal opponent of transgender women competing in women's sports. In August, she called the U.S. Tennis Association's policy on including trans women unjust in a post on social media. Hey, Martina, how many tennis pros were at the Stonewall on that night in June 1969? I'm going to guess probably none. And Martina, please stick to what you do best, and that's making bad artwork.
And also, she actually used X, formerly known as Twitter, to tell Harry Potter to shut up. Daniel Radcliffe. He tweeted. I'm going to keep using the word tweet because I'm not using that stupid thing. Saying that, transgender women are women, and apparently she tell him to shut up. And I'm like, no, a cisgender straight man is doing better than you.
Yeah.
You need to reconsider your positions.
Yeah, absolutely.
I find it interesting, she's being featured now as a recurring character on The Real Housewives of Miami with her wife. They're featured this season at New York Pride, all of the Miami housewives. And again, your spouse does not speak for you, but again, the LGBTQ community are the fans of that show.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder if it's going to end up getting her wife canceled off of the show. Andy Cohen, I think you need to ask her those questions when they're being interviewed. The trailer is out right now, so you can see them in all their LGBTQ revelry with drag queens on The Real Housewives of Miami. So, yeah. And I believe that that's paying some bills in the Navratilova household right now, and not her artwork, as you said.
No, not her artwork.
Well, controversy and pettiness pays a lot of bills at Andy Cohen's house and the Bravo staff.
It does, but people have gotten canceled off of Bravo for a lot less than what she's doing right now.
Yes.
A lot less.
Yes.
And so that's why it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And I hope that they ask that question of her wife, because it's a question that should be asked.
Yeah, and Martina Navratilova, you're down here in Miami allegedly, and probably, hopefully, watching this. And I'm just going to tell you, you are a bad parody of a human being. The fact that you were a trailblazer and a hero in 1981, great. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for being what you were. But the fact is, you're not that anymore. You're not an ally. The T of LGBTQ may not have even been thought of back in 1981. And that's not okay, but it was the times. But we're not 1981 anymore. The LGBTQ plus community is one community. And we have to be there to support each other. No one can make you, but we can make sure that you are not speaking for us. Because going forward, we all need to be together. And if you're not with us, according to your social feeds, you are literally against us.